Greetings from Snake Mountain Boat Works on Tuesday, October 10, 2023. Here's an update on our 1955 Captivator Aristocrat. You notice he's upright, totally stripped, and Rick has been working on these seam channels, and the real key is if you want straight lines on your decks, your channel edges have to be sharp as razors. So I asked Rick to give us kind of a little lesson on how he does it, and take it away.
This is the start right here, the drop hook. You gotta run it in there, and you gotta be really careful when you're doing it. And keep it as straight as possible. Keep working it until you get all the weight out of there, all the way down through. Once you get that done right there, then luckily enough, good old paint stick.
With some sandpaper,
yeah,
the sticky kind, huh?
Yeah, and this one here, just luckily enough, I didn't have to sand it because of the size of the grooves, but a lot of times you have to sand your stick to fit the groove itself.
Got it.
And then when you're laying it down in, you want to make sure you're careful coming up over the edges so you don't cut in. And you want to keep it just as square as possible. I run my hand down along beside it.
What grit paper are you using, Rick?
This is 80 grit.
Okay.
And it cuts it really good. And just keep working it, as you can see. Just being real careful, and you can see there's nice sharp lines right there. I mean, you can feel it's like a razor.
Oh,
And that's what's going to keep the seam fill in there and without bleeding into the sides.
Right.
Because if it bleeds, it looks like...
Yeah, you don't get straight lines.
No.
No? Well, that's great. And our next step will be bleaching with Daly's A and B bleach, 2 parts B to 1 part A. And as Rick and I have learned, along with Joe over the years, the key is to keep it wet. Don't read their label. Keep it wet for 24 hours. Keep applying it, because one of your big challenges is bleaching out that kind of stuff. It's going to be tough to pull that out. You can see it. I don't know what it is, but something got...
Almost looks like some kind of oil.
Yeah. It's penetrated the wood. Rick next will sand it fair, and then we will bleach it. And remember, when you're bleaching the sides, start at the boot stripe. If you start at the top and you get those little squiggly runners going down the side, it'll look like you're in a very deep cavern with a lot of stalactites hanging down around you, and you can't get rid of those.
Yeah, you got to pretty much do the tops the same way. Start from the outside.
Work in.
Yeah.
Right.
Because it's going to run.
That's right.
Yeah.
And after you've put on the first coat, you don't have to worry about it because everything's wet and being bleached.
Yeah.
So it'll be uniform.
Well, we always keep it the same because it keeps us in the right steps.
That's right. That's right. So that's our update. We'll keep you apprised as we make progress on our 1955 Penn Captivator Aristocrat. Bye-bye for now from Snake Mountain Boat Works.